We are live. Happy Make Money Monday. So excited to be here with all of you today. For those of you tuning in, we do this every single Monday. We have our Make Money segment, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, where we pop in and share some helpful tips for you to grow your business this week. So super excited today to talk a little bit about planning your work, working your plan, finishing the month strong, starting the month strong. So if any of you are new around here, Becky Lander, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. So happy to be here with you today. As you're popping in, say hello. Let me know that you are here. I'm going to go ahead and share this video in all the places. We are streaming over on YouTube and LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, and I'm going to share this into our Facebook group, the Modern Direct Seller Tribe, your spot to grow your direct sales business. Hey, Marcia, glad you're here. And also going to share this within the Academy. So give me 1 second. I'm going to get this going in all the right places. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know over here it was filled with kids' sports and activities. Oh my gosh. I did get away a little bit. I had a friend that was in town and we got to do a nice little beach walk and have some margaritas on Saturdays. That was super fun. Hey, Anita, good to see you. But other than that, it was kids stuff nonstop. Literally, we went from football to softball to basketball to baseball, back to football. It was a little bit of a crazy weekend. Lots of kids stuff, and we have Girl Scout cookies, so walk the neighborhood. Lots of kids action going on. So excited to be back here with you this morning as we dive into all things month end and setting your month up for success. So glad you guys are here. As we're thinking about this topic, I was jotting down a couple of notes before I got started, and my calendar during the week can be really kind of crazy between kids activities and all of the meetings and masterminds and all the things that we have going on. There's a lot happening. So I thought it might be helpful just to share a little insight into my planning approach in case that gives you any kind of inspiration as you are planning out your week and thinking forward to planning out your month of February. But one thing that has worked really, really well for me and also for Jeremy, because we work together and co-parent together, is on Sundays we do a little bit of a review, right? Sundays we're taking a look at the week as a whole, who's going where when, anything that's, really kind of bubbling up that we need to prioritize. So we spend a lot of time on that Sunday evening just kind of doing a quick overview of the week. And that's always a great opportunity for us to be like, hey, oh gosh, like we got to get this out, or this is something that, is coming up and it's a higher priority. So part of it is managing our calendar and our schedule. And then the other part of it is really identifying where those priorities lie for the week. And so as we jump into Monday morning, we're feeling really good about the direction that we're going, and we're not kind of floundering around trying to figure out where we left off on Friday. So that might be something helpful for you as you're thinking about planning your week and those time blocks that you're dedicated to working your business. I know a lot of times we say that you can work your business into the nooks and crannies of your life. And I don't know, you guys, I don't know. I think that can be really challenging to do and make you feel like you're kind of constantly on. So I'm a much bigger fan, if your schedule allows, to have dedicated blocks of time that you're focused on different things that really matter to you in your business. So wanted to share that quick tip. The other thing that I love, and yay, good, so many of you guys are on. Kitty, Karen, Lauren, Jackie, good morning, good morning. As you guys are popping in too, let everyone know, let us know your company, let us know where you're joining from, and let us know, let's do like a fun 1 to 5 scale. So 1 to 5, 1 meaning we have a lot more work left to do in January. 5 meaning like goodbye January, I am ready for February. Let me know where you sit in terms of maybe your team or your personal sales volume. If you've shifted your focus over to February, or if you're still very much into January. That's always a fun one to kind of just take a pulse of where everyone is at, right? So the other thing that I think that popped up to me this morning as I was thinking about sharing this with all of you is I was doing my Peloton yoga, and they said, set an intention for this practice today. What's the intention? Like, what's that one word that's going to carry you through this practice? And it was just a 15-minute yoga. But the word that came to me was ease. Like, okay, I want to flow this week. I want there to be ease in how I'm showing up. And for you, it might be presence or gratitude or push. You never know where you kind of land with that. But that might be another fun exercise just to think about is, what is that word? What does that look like for you? What is that intention that you're setting for the week to really focus in on those priorities that you've set for your business? So if you're still very much in January, I see a couple of you are still in January. I see some of you are like, okay, let's talk about February. So if you're still in January, just a couple of very practical money-making month-end reminders, right? This is the time to tidy up all the loose ends, right? So I would take a good look at any conversations you've had, and that might be over email, over text, over Facebook message, Instagram DM. Give it a good little look through to see what conversations are left unfinished. Are there any orders or any conversations you need to finish up before the end of the month? And this is also a great time if you're still pushing on January, which we got a couple days left, right, is to take a look at your company specials, take a look at what you have going on, and then spend a little bit of time following up with people about those things. So if anyone has expressed any interest in any special deal or promo happening in January, this is the time to kind of close the loop on that and follow up with those people. Now, for those of you that are shifting into February, and I see a lot of you that are like, yeah, peace out, January, we're ready for February. So for those of you that are in February, I would also think about really planning out your month. So there's a couple of big things happening in February as you're thinking about what's going on. Of course, your company is going to have specials and promotions, and I'm always a huge fan of leaning into those, piggyback off of what your company does. You don't have to come up with something completely new or different, totally on your own, but you may want to plan to Valentine's Day. We've got Valentine's Day coming up in a couple weeks. We also have a big football game coming up. So I know many of you will do some fun promotional marketing activities around Super Bowl. It might be squares, might be, some kind of this or that, this team or that. I've seen like some fun survivor pools, all kinds of cool things going on there. And then it is a leap year. So we have an extra day. February is still a short month, but there's still an extra day there. So there might be a fun play on leap day. So as you're thinking about February, those are a couple of promotions to think about. I know for those of you inside the Modern Direct Seller Academy, we have our social selling action plan that's going to be released in just a couple of days. And it is so good for February. I'm so excited for you to use it and implement it in your business. And you're definitely going to hear some of those themes that I just shared in that social selling action plan as we're working to build relationships with new customers and kind of boosting up that engagement and moving it into sales conversations. So got some good stuff coming to you there. The other thing that I would think about is front loading. And those of you that have been in my corner of the internet for a while, you've heard me talk about front loading. But front loading is essentially where you're going to stack as many sales as you can early in the month. And you know what those sales activities are for you. You might be a vendor event person. You might be a partier. You might be doing personal shopping appointments. You might be doing fundraisers. Whatever you're doing to work your business in February, my challenge to you is to make sure that you have at least 1, 2, or 3 big money-making activities happening early in the month. And by early in the month, I mean like Thursday the 1st. The 2nd, the 3rd. So I would think about this first weekend of February as a way to front load your calendar, make sure that you have a lot of good sales coming in early on in the month, because that's just going to take a little bit of pressure off your shoulders as you move into later in the month, right? Like it feels pretty good to start the month strong. In fact, when I was leading my direct sales team back in the day, we would have a week that we call prep week. And that week was all around setting the next month up for success. Because since everything is really quantified on a monthly basis, right, we have to be kind of finishing one month strong while we're setting the next month up. So think about those activities that you can do today on the 29th, right, that are going to set you up on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th to make sure that you have some good sales coming in early in the month. Usually later in the month, there's like maybe a sale or a promotion or some, extra little things that are thrown at you. But I would definitely be thinking about what you can do now to make sure you have a lot of money-making activity happening early in February. And then you can have a couple back pocket ideas that you can pull out if you need more mid-month or later in the month in February. But it is a short month, right? So all that to be said, this is your friendly reminder to finish January strong, close those loops, connect back with people, and it can be such a friendly reminder. Hey, I know you had your eye on this special. I didn't want you to miss it. It ends on Wednesday. Can I help get that ordered for you? That's it. Or, last time we were chatting about this. I also just didn't want you to forget that this deal expires, and once it's gone, it's gone. I didn't want you to be left behind. Did you want to get in on it? Right? Really simple follow-up messages. And then also thinking about your plan for February, whether you have some fun marketing promotions happening. You should definitely be doing something inside your group if you have a customer group. Even if you're not real heavy on the party scene lately, I definitely would encourage you to schedule something in your group for early on in the month. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is I'm so excited. We have Janelle Holden joining us in the Academy for an incredible masterclass. It is happening on Wednesday, and she is talking about the art of selling. It's going to be so good. So make sure to mark your calendar and join us for that. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. It was so good to see all of you. Happy Monday, and I will see you inside the group throughout the week. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.